Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever played a game and sacrificed all your pieces except the pawns, and still won the game? In this game, White sacrificed every single pawn, every single piece. White sacrificed the rook, the knight, the bishop, even the queen, and still won the game. So let's analyze it together. So this game started out naturally. White opened with c4, then black replied with g6. The next moves are all just white. By the way, guys, remember from the last video I said don't mind this analysis. This is not stockfish. This is some weird ass weird engine. So don't look at its analysis. So in this game, White wasn't focused on what should I say, protecting his king or trying to play principal chess. He was focused on getting a better position or getting to the black king, as you'll witness in the next move. And White, in the beginning of the game, just rips open the center already. Like, look at it. He already has control of the whole center, all the way from b5 to f5 is controlled by his pawn. So that is crazy. So after these next moves, see guys, White needed to go to g3 to protect his pawn even more, to reinforce that pawn, and the only way to do that was these two knight hops. So I'm sick, guys, don't worry. So that was a wonderful move also. So the next moves you'll just see, and as you can see, White does not start attacking right away. He doesn't know if black is gonna castle short side or long side. So he just decides to develop his pieces to see where black is gonna castle. And the next move White plays is kind of an awful move. Like, it's not the best move, it's this move. Because the best move here is to either bring back your knight to f1 or to castle your king. There is no need to worry about that pawn. There is no need, because it's protected by the bishop. And also, if black takes it, then you're gonna end up taking it anyway. Or if you're worried so much that maybe the black pawn is gonna attack your knight and you'll have to move it, then you can play a3. So that move, this move by White was kind of an awful move. So after this, well, he does get out something. He does get a pin, but black quickly disables it. And then, after this move, as you can see, White only has one square to move to. One square for his knight. Only one square, which is the h1 square. There is nowhere else he could go. He can't go to h5 because it will be taken, or f5. So he goes back to h1, and that's also a good move because it leads to the knight going to f2. So yeah. Now after this move, look, this is where, like, if I showed you this move, you would probably say it's a beginner. You know, most beginners rate it under 1000 or even rate it under 1100 or 1200 don't know that the knight can hop back. So when it's attacked, they find a way to move it forward. So when he played this move, most of you would think, oh, he's a beginner. But no, this is a brilliant move. The first great move of the game. Because it breaks through black's defense. It breaks through black's defense. And now, White did his first sacrifice right here. Sacrificing the knight just to get a better position. If you watch my videos, you know that... Wait, why is the room so dark? It's getting dark. I made this video a little too late. Yeah, that's a good place. Alright, so if you watch my videos, if you watch my videos, you probably know that I see, guys, I have a wig behind me. I handle a lot of games with sacrifices, and this game is about to have the most. So after this, white has an option to just take that pawn on b5, but I don't know why he doesn't do it. For some reason he doesn't take it. There is literally no reason for him not to. So after this move, white plays another brilliant move. And also, guys, by the way, this move, in this position, white is forced to play queen takes b4. You know why? Because either way, no matter what white does, white is gonna lose a bishop after the move f4 if black plays f4. So played white should have played queen takes b4 to protect his dark square bishop. But no, we are working with super grandmasters here. So white sacrifices his bishop. White sacrifices his bishop because he knew his opponent. By the way, these are super GMs we're talking about. He knew his opponent would get tunnel vision and lose his rook. So white saw a way to win his rook. The queen only had one move, and that move was queen to b7 to protect his rook. But the queen didn't do it, so white took the rook. And now, the rook is under attack. He should bring it back. Bringing it back is the best move. But no, white decides to bring in the other rook to the attack. And after that, black finally sees this attack, but white doesn't care. White sacrifices the bishop. White sacrifices his other bishop. Oh my god, this game is crazy. White sacrifices two bishops so far and a knight. This is crazy. So, after sacrificing that bishop, black didn't take it, of course, because he saw an attack coming. So, he just developed his knight. And after, white sacrificed his rook. White sacrifices his rook just to get the queen to that square. Now, most of you looking at this are like, alright, now what? You have sacrificed all your pieces, bro. Now what are you gonna do? But we're talking of Super GM, so he makes a threat. The threat here is e3, is e6. Black doesn't see it, so he plays it. So after this move was also so amazing because it wins a knight. See, it wins a knight. Though this engine says it's a fake move, well, this is not Stockfish, so don't listen to it. So white takes this pawn with check. This knight. Oh my god, I missed it. White sacrificed a bishop and a knight and I missed them. Sacrificed. Oh my god. And see how notice how white doesn't take the pawn? Because white wants to use it for defense. This is what you call brilliant chess. Using your opponent's pieces to defend your king. So, white knows that in some way or another, if he takes that pawn, his king is going to be way more open. Like, he'll be looking at maybe bishop d4 checks or queen b6 checks. Just all sort of checks. So, not taking that pawn was also an amazing move. And after this move, of course, white has black on. That's the only move black has, cause it's gonna hang mate if he doesn't play. But yeah, black sees it. And after this move, this is actually somewhat horrible move, cause it just loses a rook in one move. Like, why the hell, bro? And after this, white is just down, 5-6 points of material. And after this trade offer, white accepts it, but in his own terms. He says, if you want to trade off the queens, then I'm gonna promote. I'm gonna invest out of it. He plays that move. And black obviously shouldn't take the trade. He removes the king to double up the queen with a whatever with a rook, so that if white takes if white takes the queen with his queen, then the rook will take back. But what black missed is that white can just take it with the pawn and cash out. By cash out, I mean, like, let me say your pawn is protected by your queen, and your opponent has a knight attacking upon that position, and also a queen and a rook. But then you take it with your queen first. He can just take with his knight and cash out, not do any more trades with you. So after this move, after this move, white doesn't have to take back the rook. He doesn't have to. He can just cash out and leave there. So yeah, after this trade off again, white again says, if you wanna trade, then you're gonna do it in my terms. Black obviously says no. But after this move, after this move, look, notice how white is. This is the closest white has been to losing the game. Look, most of you probably don't see it, but did you know that pawn to e2 leads to checkmate? Because white only has one move there, which is queen takes f2, and after queen takes f2, then black will just promote to a queen, and it's checkmate, So white obviously saw that and started giving checks to buy himself time. Yeah, he repeated those checks just to give himself time. But as he was in the scramble of repeating moves, he realized something. Oh my god, my pawn is one step away from promoting to a queen. And his queen is two steps away from reaching my pawn. So I can sacrifice the queen. White sacrifices the final piece of the sacrifice journey. So white sacrifices his queen and makes a new one. So this is amazing for white. And after this next scramble moves, white just trying to get away to eat that g6 pawn, so that he can double attack the knight and the bishop, so that he has to win one. But black plays a brilliant move. Black plays this move. Black plays pawn to e2. This move is not brilliant. I just wanted to make it sound more presentable. This move is more of a, let's say, what's the best thing after brilliant? Great move. This move is a great move. Why is it a great move? Because if the king takes on e2, if the king takes the e2 pawn, then the knight hops into f4, and white is gonna lose his queen due to a fork. So that was a wonderful move by black. Of course, this is a super gem, so white takes the f2 pawn, not the e2 pawn, because he saw it. And now has to protect black has to protect one of his pieces, either the knight or the bishop. Of course, you have to protect the bishop. It's much more valuable during endgames, especially when the queen is involved. And now black also plays another brilliant move. Now this move by itself, without context, might not be very brilliant. If you take the bishop, if the king takes the bishop, then black is gonna promote. And if the king takes the pawn, then same thing. Black is gonna fork the queen. And that's the only attack black had left. So if white sees it, then black has just lost the game. And unfortunately for black, white sees it and plays this move. So black is left with no other choice but to resign. So black resigned. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, was probably one of the best games I have witnessed in my entire chess career. So let's rewind. In the beginning, it probably sounds dumb. You sacrificed all your pieces and still won. Or it probably sounds dumb because it sounds impossible. But it is possible. White proves that. Let's watch it on play mode. Let's watch it. Oh, I can't play it. Alright, let's play. Play. Oh, I restarted the game. Alright, so that was one of the most brilliant games in chess history. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, follow for more tips. Peace.